Hey, what's up, y'all? So I just finished another lesson in lab, and we got a deeper understanding in the lesson on dynamic routing protocols, specifically RIP and EIGRP. We learned more about the metrics and how to configure them on the routers. Starting with RIP, as you know, it's a distance vector protocol. It has a max hop count of 15, meaning every router that it passes, that hop count decreases by 1. If the distance is further than 15 hops away, it's not going to make it. Now, EIGRP, on the other hand, it is also a distance vector protocol, but it's more advanced. Doesn't have that 15 count hop limit. It takes other things into consideration like bandwidth or delay, and that is the routing protocol we use for the lab. Okay, so let's get into what I actually did during the lab. And I did the first 3 bullet points. Number 4, I'm gonna go through and watch the video to learn how to do that. But configure the appropriate host names and IP addresses on each device, enabled router interfaces. So I went into the router, went into interface config mode, configured the correct IP addresses, subnet mask, and up the interfaces so the routers can, communicate with each other. Next, I configured a loopback interface on each router and assign an address to it. This will be used for the router ID. This is also important for testing purposes on the routers, like pings and all of that. From global config mode, I entered the interface loopback 0 command, and that's when I'll assign the IP address. Next, I configured EIGRP on each router. This part was the most fun. I entered global config mode and I did the router EIGRP 1 command. Had to make sure it's 1 on every router, like each router has the same number so they can communicate with each other, like exchange routing information. And I did the network command and assigned the correct IP address range. That way any interface that falls within that IP address range will be able to have EIGRP configured on it. And I got to play with, what is it called? Wildcard mask for the first time. So that was pretty cool. Next, I configured passive interfaces on the routers that needed it. This is good for security reasons. Routers are constantly exchanging or sending hello packets to each other to update their routing tables. And if that interface is not connected to another router, there's no need to send hello packets out of it. Okay, so now let me just show y'all my routing tables right quick. This D represents the routes learned from EIGRP. And then two more. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for checking this out. I believe the next video is OSPF, so I'll be learning about OSPF on a deeper level. But now I'm about to get into this video and figure out how to do this last part. But thank y'all.